Back at the Coach's Corner, Coach Neef. As promised, we have the future NBA star, St. John Red Storms, starting point guard next year, Nurideen Lindsey. What's up, Nori?
What's going on, man?
Man, listen, man, it's been a long time. How would you grade yourself? One thing about the Coach's Corner, and I think I may have interviewed you before inside of your mother's house. You already know that we get right to it, and we don't have to be political. I know you, you know me, you like my cousin, so that's why I'm coming straight off. How would you grade yourself? Everybody knows it. Everybody knows because of family situations. You had to take, you know, to being 18 to 24 months off of away from your home, and that's the basketball court, in which you know very well. You came back and you had 49 points. How would you grade yourself? How would you grade yourself so far?
Overall, as a basketball player, right now, I would grade myself as, getting to where I'm, trying to get as a player, as an individual player, just working every day to, improve on the things that I'm not going to say are weak at, but, just not as good at, there's other things, and, it's just a working process, man. You just got to keep working every day and keep putting the same work in every day, and, eventually I will get to being that player that I'm working to be and get to.
How difficult is it for you to, because some things for you and some things for you on a basketball court come fairly easily. How difficult is it for you to let's say if you have a 35-point game, how difficult is it for you to try to outdo that the next game? I mean, how do you approach that type of pressure?
Always knowing that, there's room for improvement. Just knowing that, that game that I had 35 is that game, and wanting to come in the next game and just be, even more aggressive and, not necessarily just, be scoring the basketball, but just being more aggressive as a player. And, eventually, if the shot is falling and things are just going my way that night, then, it might just end up being a better night than the 35, but, just overall, just being more aggressive and having a more aggressive mindset that following game and just understanding that that 35-point team, that 35-point game is this game that I'm playing in now is, the game that I'm playing in now.
Do you ever get bored with your talent? Like, do you ever say, like, you'd be like, okay, all right. Do you ever get bored with, like, how good you are?
Nah, I can't get bored with what I'm blessed with, and, and I honestly don't think that I'm that good to the point where I can get bored with myself. I'm blessed with, ability that is going to hopefully change my life and my family's life. So, you can never, just understanding it and realizing that you can never get bored with that. But, like I said, once again, I don't think I'm good enough to the point where, I can actually sit back and say, I'm bored at playing with this game, or I'm bored with, me just being as good as people think I am. I think it's always room for improvement. So, I just keep working.
How often do you think about playing in Madison Square Garden? I mean, this is the world's most famous arena. How often does it cross your mind?
You said that?
Yeah, I said, how often does you playing in Madison Square Garden cross your mind? The world's largest arena. How often does that cross your mind?
Well, of course, I'm excited about. I recognize that I'm going to be playing, in one of the most popular arenas, across America. I'm excited about that, but, right now, the main thing I try to focus on the most is, this season that I'm I'm in right now and getting this season over with and being able to stay focused on, playing basketball at Redlands and taking care of my business academically at Redlands to be able to get to that point and playing at Madison Square Garden. But, I'm definitely super excited about that, man. And, it's something that I can't wait for and I'm looking forward to.
Who's your favorite basketball player? Because a lot of people, that's a question a lot of people wanted me to ask you. Who's your favorite basketball? Not of all, I guess we can say of all time. I guess who's your favorite ball player?
Of all time?
Yeah, just period.
Probably gotta say Michael Jordan. But I mean, right now, Kobe Bryant is definitely my favorite basketball player. And, him and Michael Jordan are pretty similar to me in some aspects of the game. So, those two guys are just two guys that's like the guys that if I wanted to, patent, the way I approach the game and, my work ethic and anything like that, they're two guys that I would definitely take heed into looking at and studying and things like that.
How often you played in the Muslims of America basketball tournament? What was your experience like playing with there? Because a lot of people kind of like actually got a chance to see you up close in person. What was that experience like?
It was a great experience. It was a different experience for the most part, but it was a great experience. Number one, I was doing it for, first and foremost, my family and my religion, and just knowing that that's what it's for is the most important part of, the most important part of it to me. And the second part, just knowing, that people were excited about seeing me play, kids and other people were excited about, watching me play, and I was just as excited about playing for them and in front of them. But as far as the experience, it was definitely a great experience, and it was just a great experience. It was a great experience.
Coach's Corner, we got Nurideen Lindsey here. The next segment, we're going to take a coach's timeout.